All right, let's talk microphones. Hey, everybody, it's Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov. And the overarching question that is running rampant in my mind this morning is whether or not Audio Test Kitchen can be trusted. So I'll tell you why. So a couple of days ago, I posted a video about the Soyuz 017 FET. And then afterwards, I actually put the link on Gearspace in a forum about the Soyuz 017 FET that I incidentally had started a couple of years ago when I first got the mic. And so Gearspace user EARLEVEL, he said that, because I had used the Audio Test Kitchen frequency response graphs just to show, the frequency response of this microphone. And really how I felt that there were similarities in the overall frequency response of the 017 FET and the 87 and the 47 both. And, really loose comparisons, because overall, really, you can't trust frequency response graphs that are posted by manufacturers because they're massaged. that they're sometimes not so gently either. So the Audio Test Kitchen frequency response plot for the 017 FET, right? It looks like this. And Gearspace user EARLEVEL, he basically told us about how when he had used Audio Test Kitchen to discover which microphone to buy next, he used it as a resource, right? Which is what the creators of Audio Test Kitchen have intended. He used it as a resource, right? So he used it as a resource, and showing that he's a man of great taste, he chose the Soyuz 017 FET, right? And then he discovered that the graph, the frequency response graph on Audio Test Kitchen, which apparently was different from the current one, he noticed that it was really far off the mark. So he had written to them, and I guess they changed it over time. And then so it inspired me to go dig up my frequency response graph for this microphone. Because one thing that Soyuz does is pretty cool. As part of their QC process, they frequency response plot your mic, each individual microphone. And then you get a copy of that graph, that plotting, when you buy your mic. And so I dug mine up, and I compared it with the Audio Test Kitchen frequency response plot. And it's vastly different, especially if you notice there's really kind of a lot of energy that ATK claims is up around 14, which I don't know if it's really there, tell you the truth, in the microphone. I feel like if I listen to the microphone and I think about what I'm hearing, I believe that what I'm hearing really kind of matches the manufacturer's curve that was supplied to me, which is that I feel like the amplitude of the lower mid-range frequencies are really almost as high, if not higher, than the other frequencies in the microphone. I do not feel like this is a mic that has a spike at 14. So, it kind of made me think that what Audio Test Kitchen, is it really accurate, right? So I went and I looked at something else that EARLEVEL had pointed out, and that he had said that basically the Audio Test Kitchen frequency plotting for the 017 tube, because Soyuz also makes a tube version of this microphone. So the 017 tube has a frequency response plotting on Audio Test Kitchen that looks like this. And so if you look at that, you would think that there is a lot of upper mid stuff going on. But here's the thing. So if you compare what Audio Test Kitchen says is going on with the 017 tube, it looks like that upper mids looks very 87AI-ish, right? I'm trying to look at it on the screen here. And so the 87AI has a bright forward character, right? We all know that. And it's a sound that we recognize. I believe that we recognize this sound. It's one of the recognizable microphone audio profiles. So the 017 tube, right, allegedly, according to the Audio Test Kitchen graph, has this upper mid boost, which I do not think is real. And I'll tell you why. So if I look, hold on here. So if I look at the plotting for, sorry, my notes are all screwed up. So if I look at the plotting for the 017 FET, right, the one that Soyuz has on their website, and I match it to, and I hold it up next to the plotting that the graph that they gave me, and I notice there's a vast similarity, right? A little bit of difference, a little variation, a little couple of dB here and there. I mean, so it's within tolerance, right? 2 dB either way is how Neumann determines tolerance. And this definitely falls into that, right? So I look at that and I think, yeah, that's pretty accurate, right? And then I look at the plotting that EARLEVEL had posted the graphs, Soyuz's own graphs for the FET and the tube, 017 FET, 017 tube. And if you'll notice, they're practically identical except for a kind of a low-end, high-frequency pass. Really, this low-end drop-off off of, from 100 down. It is very 87-like. But that top end, right, the upper mids and the highs, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. More 67, 47-ish, right? With really kind of, I don't want to call it a neutral character, but not a boosted character. So what's going on, right? What's going on? And there's one or two things going on. And one is that Audio Test Kitchen is inaccurate. And if you look at their crazy methodology of how they captured everything, they used like little robots to hit drums and, they tracked vocals, I guess, on reference quality material, but you're still playing that back through a speaker to record it. So, that second generation capture is a little bit compromised. Think about this for a second. What if it's possible? Because Audio Test Kitchen claims that they went to a giant anechoic chamber. And I actually know this anechoic chamber is in the San Fernando Valley. And I think it's at the GAF building. It's like some company where they make acoustic treatment and acoustic stuff, right? And so they have a giant anechoic chamber. So that's where they did it. So they did it in a really, really high-end, probably one of the best anechoic chamber testing facilities available in this area. And I actually think that there's a really good chance that this chamber is much higher quality than any anechoic chamber that microphone manufacturers have access to without having to travel outside of their place. They'd have to rent a place like this. And do they do that? I don't know. So is it possible that Audio Test Kitchen is accurate because they've tested in a higher quality facility? Is it possible that their graphs are, because they're an independent resource, so they really have no dog in the fight? So is it possible? Because I think that if you've looked at microphones, if you've shopped at microphones, if you've been around the Gearspace area in your mind throughout your life, you think a lot about this stuff like I do, right? And you've come to realize that a lot of the frequency responses presented to you by manufacturers is questionable, should be taken with a grain of salt. So is Audio Test Kitchen more accurate? I don't know. So what do you think? Audio Test Kitchen, really cool, but, again, to me, it's more entertainment. I'm learning a little bit, I'm getting something out of it, but it's really more purely entertainment. It's almost like professional wrestling. I don't take it too seriously at all. And I want to know what you think. Have you used audiotestkitchen.com? Let me know what you think. Anyway, all right, so like and subscribe. I hate the begging. The begging bothers me, but I gotta beg. So like and subscribe. Let me know. And I got an idea. I think for my next mic check video, I think I'm going to do the JZV67. I might either that or I'm going to pull out something from the closet from the mic closet that maybe a custom piece. I don't know. I'll think about it. But until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.